Pennock reckons that jobs don't come any more varied than the one he does for Tarmac at its Nosterfield quarry in North Yorkshire. In a typical day, he might be repairing a breakdown, driving mobile plant, or working with archaeologists as they undertake their excavations ahead of quarrying. But he might also be planting reeds, maintaining some of the extensive woodland, hosting a school party, or running the visitor centre, which closes only on Christmas Day. And it's his outstanding commitment to all this extensive work that makes him our 2015 Biodiversity Champion, a real ambassador for his industry. Chris doesn't just appreciate the birds, animals and plant life here, he loves enhancing their habitats and really enjoys sharing them with others. Chris took on the job of managing Nosterfield's biodiversity management plan in 2008 and fed that into the Biodiversity Benchmark certification, which it has held ever since.
I've always lived in the country. I was born and brought up in the Urkel area, but it's got a lot more interested in it since I started here, because you're getting a lot more involved with the bird watchers and the people who come here, and also knowing about the species that you're working with and introducing and living with all every day on site. We've got all sorts of species here. I mean, from the mundane, ordinary things, grey-lag geese and black-headed gulls, which are fairly common, right up to bitterns, which there's only about 100 nesting pairs in the country, and we've got one. So, but the one I really like is the little ring plovers. They're a Schedule 1 protected bird, but they actually love nesting on working environment, and they're a really interesting little bird. Oh, you get some really good moments, when you find something new, another species that you haven't seen before, or you plant something and you see the restoration actually come to fruition. I mean, where we're standing here was actually a working area of the quarry. Well, it still is, but 15 years ago it was actually being dug out here, and now we've got black poplar, we've got rush, we've got all sorts of things growing here, and butterflies and bees and things all over. People on the whole are really, enjoy what there is here to see and do here. There's lots of wildlife for them to come to see. We get lots of regular bird watchers coming here, and we actually get people travelling quite a distance just to come and watch the wildlife here, as well as the locals, the local community, use the footpaths and like to see what's going on. And there's lots of them to see.
Chris is a modest man, but deserves special credit for his efforts to establish the black poplar at Nosterfield. After discovering one large specimen on site, he became aware of its rarity, with only 2 others known to be growing in North Yorkshire. He grew and nurtured cuttings of the male variety, but then managed to source female cuttings, and is now growing on seeds from them at home.
I'm a local guy, I live in the local village, so it's important for me. It's my habitat as well as everybody else's. It's my backyard, so it's good that I want to keep it looking really good and good for the environment and wildlife.